Questions on 610. So I'm going to do number 30. I guess the video didn't cover that. So number 30 says, find the exact value of the cosine of alpha minus beta if the cosine of alpha is 1/3 and the cosine of beta is -1/4, and the terminal side lies in, the terminal side of alpha is in 4, and the terminal side of beta is in 2. Now this seems really complicated, but it's not. So I'm going to draw alpha and beta. So we have alpha lies in quadrant 4. So this is angle alpha. And beta lies in quadrant 2. So there's beta. And cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So if I draw that triangle in quadrant 4 for alpha, this triangle here, the adjacent is 1 and the hypotenuse is 3. And then angle beta, the adjacent is -1 and the hypotenuse is 4. So if you look at the sum and difference formulas on your reference sheet, sorry, got interrupted. Let me go back to my thought. So the cosine formula for sum and difference is the cosine of alpha plus or minus beta is the cosine of alpha cosine beta minus or plus sine alpha sine beta. So we are dealing with the minus version of this formula. So the minus version, which tells us to add the cosines and sines together. So half of this we already know. We know what the cosine of alpha is. It's 1/3. That was given to us in the original problem. So 1/3 times the cosine of beta we know to be -1/4. Now we subtract sine alpha and sine beta. To find those, we just use our knowledge of right triangles with alpha. So for the alpha angle, this side here is negative because we're in quadrant 4, and we just do the Pythagorean theorem. 1 squared plus x squared equals 3 squared. So that's 1 plus x squared equals 9. Subtract 1, and I get x squared equals 8. Take the square root, and I get the negative square root of 8, which is 2 root 2. So the sine of alpha is -2 root 2 over 3, opposite over hypotenuse. So -2 root 2 over 3 times. Now the sine of beta is going to be, sorry, I'm going to have to get rid of some of this stuff. The sine of beta is going to be built using this triangle in quadrant 2. So call that x. 1 squared plus x squared equals 4 squared. And I get 1 plus x squared equals 16. Subtract 1. X squared equals 15. Take the square root, and I get plus or minus root 15, and I have to choose which one to use, but x is a y value in quadrant 2, so it's positive, root 15. So the sine of beta is going to be root 15 over 4, opposite over hypotenuse. So root 15 over 4. So hopefully that doesn't seem too complicated. All we did was drew our alpha triangle, drew our beta triangle, finished those triangles using the Pythagorean theorem, and then we looked at the cosine sum and difference formula, decided which version we needed to use, and then we used those two triangles to do cosine alpha, cosine beta, minus sine alpha, sine beta. And we're not quite done. We need to simplify this. So the left side is -1 over 12, and the right side is plus -2, that's a 2, I believe, root 30 over 12. Notice they have the same denominator, which is kind of nice. So, and 30 does not simplify. 30 is 2 times 3 times 5. It doesn't have any pairs of, what are they called? Anyway, it doesn't have any prime factors that are pairs. So, -1 minus 2 root 30 over 12. That is the answer to number 30. So hopefully that will help you figure out the other ones in that section. Let me see. So 29 is a cosine, 31 is a sine, and 30... Oh. Does the assignment say to do 33? You know what? I would like to do 33 for you, but it's really not important. So if you figured 33 out, great. If not, and that's part of your assignment, just skip it. We got better things to do. All right. Keep asking questions. I hope you guys are learning something. Good luck.